Well, now I want to talk a little bit more. Lucy's just really enjoying her Facebook interview. I want to talk a little bit more about how, because we are talking directors' well-being,
Yes, ma'am.
but we're also talking about students.
Yes, ma'am.
And how you're modifying your teaching to take care of you and what benefits you think that's giving your students.
Well, I'm not allowed to do anything.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to turn out. I'm not allowed to do anything. So it's 100% me verbal instruction. I mean, of course, I can show arms and
Right.
APAMA and all that kind of stuff, but it's 100% me giving verbal instruction, which is really, really good for the kids because then they're having to use a whole different part of their brain.
Absolutely.
And
I 100% support
and for
you.
the girls that are more visual learners, is forcing them to try to learn in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's really, really good for them. And then it's also testing their vocabulary. Like, I was setting a thing the other day, and I was like, okay, I want four jetés, dessous, pas de bourrée coupé, and they had to think about that. And they were like, what?
Yeah,
And I was
exactly.
like, you know your vocab, take a second, think about it.
Right.
Or I want pas de basque, step, prepare to fourth, double pirouette, step three, failli to arabesque. And they were like, I was like, okay, take a second, think about it. I can't show you.
Right.
But that's what all that is called.
Isn't it amazing? Because I mean, when I hurt my knees, I had to have students, and you know, I had beautiful student leaders who could come in and do
Yes.
stuff, but I needed, because I was teaching during the regular school day.
Oh my gosh.
So it was
hard.
what seniors had an off period.
Yes.
So sometimes, and this is, they were nicely trained dancers, but they weren't necessarily future dance educators.
Right.
So it really informed me as well, like everything you're saying. I've got to communicate it through two different channels.
Yes.
I think that we forget as directors
Yeah,
sometimes.
There's all those different kinds of learners.
Absolutely.
And luckily, in my classes that I teach on the weekends, on Sundays, I've got some phenomenal dancers and they know me so well because they've been with me for a good chunk of time. And so they know my style, they know what I'm asking for, and so I'll be like, yes, do it like her.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm like, I want you to do this, this, and this, and I'll describe it to them. And then one of my girls that's been with me for a while will kind of walk through, and I'll be like, yes, like that, but not like that, do it like that.
Right.
To like another girl that's also trying to walk through it. So,
well,
student
and while
modeling.
we're talking about student modeling, student teaching, I also think that, and your hip injury is something that's just over time, but I think it made me personally a way better teacher because I would tell my students, look, I'm protecting my knees. I want you to protect your knees.
Yes, ma'am.
Because they don't feel it, right? They're young and they
Well, they're so learning their
rebound.
bodies, they don't think about it.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm only 38. I don't think, I joke that 38 is so old because it's just a joke. Oh, I'm old.
Oh, to them it is.
But yeah, to them it is.
You're the crypt keeper at 38.
But it's like, you're 18 or you're 16 or however old. If you don't take care of your body now,
Right.
and do things properly, then at the age of 30, and I'm actually my first knee surgery, I wasn't even in my 30s yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was 29, 28, somewhere right around there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, so it kind of shows those beautiful kiddos, you've got to take care of your body. You can't just do things and not pay attention to what you're doing.
Well, and I also think the kids, the more natural they are at movement, and you and I were discussing flexibility earlier.
ma'am. Yes,
People who are naturally flexible, they actually need to be more careful.
Oh my gosh, because that hypermobility puts even more stress on everything. And so they might be hypermobile, but they don't have the strength to balance it out or support it.
So I think, kind of in summarizing our thoughts on this, speaking to our directors who might be going through injuries, I think that you can see it as a growing experience.
Definitely.
What do you think? How could you phrase it for them? What growing experience have you had from teaching with an injury?
I totally agree that it has made me a better teacher. It's made me be more patient with myself.
Love that.
Because I'm always so hard on myself, and I think as dancers, we all are hard on ourselves, and I think that's just kind of part of who we are. And so it's like you kind of learn to give yourself some grace.
Oh, I love that.
and you realize, okay, I am human, and I'm not going to be able to do this for a while. And so it kind of makes you realize that that you're human, and so
Say it one more time. Give yourself a little grace.
give yourself a lot of grace.
And
A lot.
and those beginners that you're teaching too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It kind of makes you realize that, oh yeah, oh hello. Well, with the entrance of Kitty, we'll stop this one and start the next.